Hello, video game connoisseurs, and welcome back to Demo Games. In this episode, we're going to play through Dinosaur Fossil Hunter's demo, which is out now during the summer demos that are going on Steam. So, I've jumped into the game here a bit, and the problem I see right away right now is that the language is set to Polish, even though everything's written in English right now, so I'm not sure about that. But it does not seem to be letting me change the language here. It also won't change the game difficulty either. So I think we're just going to have to jump in and hope that the game is in English and not in Polish so I can understand what's going on. Otherwise, I'm going to try my best anyways. I've always been fascinated by like dinosaurs and such. When I was a kid, I actually thought about being a paleontologist. So I think this game's going to be really fun. I'm just hoping the language issue doesn't make it a problem. But with that in mind, let's jump into a game and see how it goes. Alright, so we are in some kind of exhibit area. It does seem like I have to use the mouse and keyboard for right now. They have a statement that I'll probably leave in the video that says that this is not a finished game, and that's completely understandable. So some things will probably change as time goes on. Very cool look to it though right now, looking at these different dinosaurs. But yeah, so things I might be able to use a controller later on. For right now, we'll use the keyboard and we'll make it work. Alright. Your museum is starting to run off out of free space. And you think you've started, huh? Okay, a little odd. When I was 4 years old, I loved to draw dinosaurs. Hey, me too. Am I gonna have to draw here, though? This could be interesting. Let's see. Left click. Alright, I'm going to have to draw. This is going to be interesting. Alright, so you have to hold the left button down while you're moving along here. Now, for anybody who knows me, I can barely draw a stick figure in actual life. I am terrible as an artist, so this is actually going better than I could hope. Not gonna lie. It's actually going alright. Not my favorite thing still by any means. I will leave the art to the artists. Alright. So then let's see, how do we drop? Is going to be the right click. Interesting. Well, that was not half bad, I have to say. It was one of the most exciting days in my life. When I was 8, I found my first fossil. Well, this is a pretty seashore here. But who leaves an 8-year-old by the seashore by themselves? Alright. I would like this more in the center of my screen if I could. I cannot. How do I inspect it? It says left click, but I'm not allowed to left click on it. Maybe if I hold left click? No? I mean, I can throw it with right click, but I can't seem to inspect it. Alright, let's look at other rocks. I can move with the rock in my hand, but there's nothing I can really do as far as rotating the rock. Sort of doubting there's any dinosaurs around or anything like that. Though I am questioning my parents as to why they left me here. Oh, alright, we found a fossil. I lost it 6 months later. Well, that's because you're a kid. You really shouldn't be you shouldn't be left alone by the waterside, and you shouldn't be entrusted with fossils. The age of, I think that's 14. Nearly all I could think about was putting together and painting dinosaur models. I'm gonna go with 14 because otherwise it's 44, and 44, he's a little old to be worried about that. I was getting better at it. Oh great, do I have to? Oh great. This one comes with a manual. It's dead simple. Alright. Okay, I see how that works. Well, that's interesting. It does just sort of point and click, so he is correct that it is dead simple. And we'll put the head on last. There we go. Alright. This one's tougher. There's no manual, but I got the sketch at least. Would actually find it even a bit more fun if I had to figure things out on my own. Alright. It actually does seem like it's allowing me to figure things out a little bit, which I do appreciate. I mean, it's got sort of an outline for me, but I have to know where each piece goes. That's a good thing. It's actually really enjoyable that way. Now it's time for real fun. No manuals, no sketches, just sheer knowledge and skill. Alright. Let's put that down. We know this is the head. So, this could be the tail? Yeah, it's part of the tail. Alright. Put that over there. This is one of the arms. Not sure what that is yet. This is definitely a foot. That's part of the tail. This is part of the body or leg. Spread it out a little bit here. Alright, there's the other foot. Get that back in there. Alright. There's that arm. There's that leg. And this should be a haunch area. It's sort of in the back here. There we go. I knew where it went, it was just hard to get it in there because of the fact that maybe I could use more practice and build one of them again. I'm pretty good. I even won the local talent show once. They loved my Triceratops. Well, it is a good looking Triceratops. A couple years later, the money I got as a reward in that competition turned out to be of invaluable help. Adventure of a lifetime in your 20s? Well, I think it's possible. I was exactly 20 years old when I found an article about a paleontological group in a newspaper. Turned out they needed volunteers who were willing to work at the north of the country. It was a long shot, but I didn't want to miss such a great opportunity. I took a risk and signed up for the job. As you probably imagine, it paid off. This is the first hint. To dismiss, wait until the exclamation mark turns into an X, then press key to close the message. Alright. Get a message. Press M to check it on your tablet. Alright. Welcome to the mining area. A few weeks ago, the miners came across something that appears to be dinosaur remains. We managed to get the mine closed until the matter is dealt with. Given the fact that neither the workers nor the board of directors is happy about the lockdown, we have to act fast. The crew, which was initially assigned to the case, reports that the remains are perhaps the bones of an ornithomimus. They had to leave, but according to their reports, the area is still rich in precious fossils. Your job is relatively easy. Head to the area marked on your map and leave no stone unturned. The area is marked on your radar as well, so you shouldn't have a problem finding it. The off-road car parked nearby is fueled and ready. We hope your work will be fruitful. With your help, we should be able to finally complete the full skeleton of our new museum. The missing bones that we're looking for are a hip bone, right arm bone, a vertebrae. For more details, check out the Knowledge tab on your tablet. Alright. So that's where we want to get to. Alright, so we've marked. Get in the car and go to the excavation site. Alright. M to close this. No, I still have that out. Alright, there we closed it. Okay, so something happened with my OBS where it stopped recording, even though I didn't tell it to. So, while it was not recording, I went ahead and drove the vehicle, which now just flew in the air here, to the dig site. I had to chop through a tree using the chainsaw, and I had to break apart a stone using the pick. And so that's how I got to where I am here. I also explored this area a little bit. I set up the location. Supposed to use the GPR to scan the ground. So, I'm going to try this again. See if this works at all. Wasn't having much success with it the last time. I'm not seeing anything on the blue screen. Oh, never mind. I am seeing something on the blue screen. Found an interesting rock formation. Press left mouse button to use a flag to mark the spot. Alright, we have done that. Use a shovel or a pickaxe to dig at that spot. So let's go ahead and look here. Now I don't know why I'm not getting sound in the game. Now there's sound. Alright. I don't know if that's an issue with the demo or if that's an issue with my system. As I said, the OBS was not wanting to work a bit earlier. You found a fossil. Hey, alright. So secure the finding in plaster and check out the Knowledge tab in your tablet. How do I do any of that stuff? Maybe I take it back over to the base. Let's see here. Alright, so I've got this area here. Let's go ahead and put the... Alright. not finding... Use plaster to secure the fossil. That would be great. Alright, so we've got this knowledge tab here. Not really what I need right now. I need to get out of that. Let's see, maybe 6? Alright, that worked. So I guess I just keep smear it on until it's covered. Perfect. You got a message. Press M to check it on your tablet. Alright. Once you're done with extracting and securing the findings, use your card to transport them to the transport hub marked on your map. After you do this, use your tablet to send them away to your museum. Alright. So I guess I can put this in here. Then I can pick this up and put it in my vehicle. Let's go ahead and put that down for a minute. Let's go ahead and open this. We'll put that inside. Let's close that. Let's go to the map. And it's supposed to have a site to take this to, but I don't right now. Alright. Alright, I already put the crate into the car. Am I supposed to go over here and look for more fossils? I don't know. I was about to say that I hadn't been able to get this thing to really work, but it did work there, so that's a good thing. I would definitely love if they gave a bit more detail on things. Because right now I sort of feel left to figure things out on my own. Like, am I supposed to be here, or am I supposed to transport this out of here? Got information that the perimeter is already secured and you can start the search right away. Prepared for your job. Equipment, ground, shovel and plaster secure your findings. Start your work with initial GPR scan. If you find anything, dig it out, secure it with plaster. You'll receive further instructions on fossil transportation and future messages. Done extracting and securing your findings, use a car to transport them to the hub marked on your map. After that, alright, so I should have a hub marked on my map, and I don't see one right now. Oh, alright. Evidently I had to drag it upwards. So, we have a spot. Let's go ahead and try transporting this piece. As I said, I had been driving before in the game. It is a bit clunky to say the least. And where they parked my car has not helped. Let's switch it to four-wheel drive. Okay, how am I supposed to get out of the secured area? This is sort of what I was talking about as far as the game. I mean, it says load the rest of the containers, so I guess I'm supposed to find the other fossils and such, and then take them all. I think that is what the case is here. So, we'll go ahead and exit the car. I'll scan around a little bit more, but I have to say I've sort of got my overall impression of the game right now, and I will say it's interesting, but it needs a lot of polish. I'll just scan around as I'm talking here. One of the things is I think they really could use giving more detail as far as what you're supposed to be doing, so it's clearer to the person playing. Because as I said, like right now, I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing this or if I'm supposed to be trying to get out of the work site, which it doesn't seem to be letting me do. So it's confusing at times, and I hope that when they work on it more, that they do clarify that so that it's much clearer. Also, the controls are a little bit on the clunky side, I will say. For example, let me just use the shovel here for a minute. You can see that the shovel doesn't look very realistic as it's digging and such. I mean, it's serving the purpose, which is a good thing. And even here with like the GPR. Yes, the wheels are rotating and stuff, but I'm going over completely unlevel ground, and it's handling it fine and such. It's not really the way a GPR works. Okay, I guess I'll put a flag there. But as I said, it's just one of those that's the idea is great. I'm glad that they have that, but they need to work more at it. Okay, not sure if this is a fossil or not. And once again, that's the sort of thing that's just like, it's hard to tell if you're doing the right thing or not because it's not very clear in its instructions. Alright, that's a stone, I'm pretty sure. So let's just throw that over there. Also, it does have what looks like the options for using a controller, but when you go to click on them right now, they don't work. So hopefully that will be something that will change here in the future as the game is progressing. As I said, for right now, my sort of overall assessment of it is, it's interesting, it's a good concept, and I think it will be a fun game with some polish and such. Right now, it's just got some ways to go. And so I do hope that they do work on it more. Alright, so it does tell me when I find another fossil, that's a good thing. We'll go ahead and drop this stone here, and we'll plaster it up. Other things like the fact that I have to continue to click this in order to put the plaster on is a bit weird. It's like, why not just show the animation you wanted for it? Why do I have to click on it over and over again to make the plaster work on it? As I said, it's a good idea. It's got some very cool graphics and such at points, but it just feels lacking in certain ways. So hopefully they will fix that up some. Let's put that down. Get the trunk open. So for me, as of right now, I'm not saying that the game is a no. Personally, I'm leaving it as, if the game is continued to be worked on and evolves and improves, as they sort of indicated in what they were saying, I think it could be a really fun game, and I think it could be something that would be very worthwhile in buying. I hope that this demo has given you at least some glimpses of it. I do apologize for the missing portion in the middle there. As I said, I don't know what happened with the software. Um, but I hope that you did enjoy the video. If you did, please go ahead and click that like button. And if you have not already, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so that you're aware when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you, and I hope that you have a wonderful day.